Hello and welcome to Instagram Cram, 30 minutes to Instagram with purpose. There are things we love to see empty. A beach, a parking lot, the middle seat on an airplane. But then there are things that we don't love to see empty. Our gas tank, our bank account, and our business. It's a no-brainer that if you're in business, you don't want to be running a slow business. You want something that is full of people, full of life, and sales for that matter. And you know that social media is the answer to many of your problems regarding sales. And I believe that to be completely true. What I say is any agency can get you fans, we get you sales. However, with social media and online marketing, things are constantly changing. What used to work might not work on your next campaign. And I'll just share a little bit about my background, and that is in 2008, I was a director of marketing for a large restaurant group in the Midwest. And a couple of interesting things happened. One, the economy tanked, and quite honestly, most businesses saw that their sales were declining. The other thing that happened was in 2008, most people had a Facebook account. They were using it personally, and there seemed to be this great buzz around marketers and business owners that there may be potential to use social media as a way to market and grow their business. But it wasn't quite clear yet. Does anyone remember that time? Like it was kind of a cool time. So anyway, I remember clearly the owner of the company I worked for, he came to me and he said, Katrina, I know in marketing your job has always been to build a brand and increase top of mind awareness, but your job is to increase sales. And we all had access to the P&Ls, and I remember feeling completely overwhelmed. Felt defeated, and I was worried. I was worried that if I didn't make this shift from building a brand to increasing sales that I could track, I felt like the rug would be pulled from under my feet. But I also remember believing so strongly that social media marketing was the answer, and I knew I was going to have to prove that. Like it was just too new, and there weren't solid numbers on it just yet. So I set out to do just that. We had one of the restaurants I worked for, they had a cooking class that had a few people sign up for their monthly cooking class, but it just really wasn't consistent. But the team there was right, and the chef was right, and the market was right. And so I had this idea that if I could pull together all of these partners in the community for them to put the message out on their, at that time, Facebook page, and maybe even tweet about it a little bit, to invite people in that community to join this cooking class, I thought that we could really move the numbers. And so I got this group of community leaders together. And they did just that. They promoted the cooking class on their social media pages. And literally within 2 days, that cooking class was sold out for 12 consecutive months in 2 markets, and it generated $60,000 of sales. And from that moment, I'm like, I am a believer in social media. Last year, I was actually invited to speak at the National Restaurant Show, and I shared some ideas of how to use social media for sales. I'm invited back this year to talk on the topic of Instagram, and what I think is so wonderful about that is the truth is social media is changing, and it is hard to stay on top of all of the changes and to know that you're doing what we now consider to be best practices, and that you have the latest knowledge or the latest tools to make all of these social platforms efficient for you so that you're not wasting too much time and all of that. So I am thrilled that you're here on this webinar, Instagram Cram, and we are going to jump into the first segment. All you need to do is just click the video right below this one, and you will be well on your way. See you over there. Thank you.